Today we're going to crash this fish tank. Now, why would we crash a fish tank? And really it's for science. That's really why we're crashing this fish tank. You know, you see a lot of videos on how not to crash your fish tank or how to clean your fish tank, do's and don'ts. Well, I'm showing you exactly what you should not do to your fish tank. And then I'm going to show you, if you do crash your fish tank, your aquarium, your nitrogen cycle, how do you get it back? Well, step one on crashing your fish tank is do a large water change and really suck up all the gunk, right? All the dirty stuff that has great beneficial bacteria, suck it all up and get it out of there. Now, while I'm draining this water, I am gonna do some testing just to show you guys that this is a cycled aquarium. Now, it doesn't have any fish because I don't want to harm any fish. Now, the thing that we are going to test today is nitrates. So for those of you that are familiar with the nitrogen cycle, your aquarium is cycled if you show nitrites, right? So if you have any kind of nitrates, your cycle is complete and your aquarium has what it needs to kind of process waste. Now, to measure nitrites, there's 2 bottles for this. Each bottle requires 10 droplets. You give it a really good shake and you're looking for an orange or for a red. And as you can see, it's already kind of red. And if we flip to the back of the chart, you can see nitrate ranges from 0, which is at yellow, all the way to really dark red. Now, ours was probably in that 20-ish mark. I also wanted to measure ammonia, and you can see ammonia is at 0. If it turns green, that's when you know you have ammonia, and that's when you know that something may be wrong. But as of right now, we are showing nitrates, which means our aquarium is cycled, and we're showing 0 ammonia, which means everything's good and healthy. Now, I'm going to continue to drain this aquarium and do a really large water change. So remember, guys, step 1 in crashing an aquarium, do a large water change and get out all that amazing gunk that's in there. Now, we're coming up to step 2 in how to crash an aquarium. Step 2 is to grab your filter. That could be your canister filter, it could be your hang-on back filter, it can be a sponge filter like I have here. It doesn't matter, the process is the same. Now, if you have a hang-on back or canister, you grab all the filter media inside of it. That means sponge, ceramic stones, lava rocks, whatever you use for your media, take it out. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to a sink. Now, this is my bucket sink for my fish room. I built it using stuff I had laying around. And this is how I wash all my stuff. Now, I have a hose here. This is straight tap water. It's not treated with conditioner or anything. So remember, guys, step 2 on how to crash an aquarium is you take your filter and you wash the heck out of it. Now, a lot of people think if you wash your filter in tap water, it's going to kill all the beneficial bacteria, and that's not true. It will kill some, but it takes 90 minutes of your filter media to be exposed to tap water, the chlorine levels that are in tap water, for 90% of the beneficial bacteria to die off. Now, I left it running for maybe 10 or 20 minutes just to have a good bit of the beneficial bacteria to die off. And in addition to that, after we put the filter back in, step 3 on how to crash an aquarium, it's let's overfeed this thing. Let's put a ton of fish food in there and let's splash it all around, and it's looking pretty delicious right now. So now we drained our water, we added a ton of food, we washed our filter in tap water for a while, and now we're going to fill it back up. And no, we are not adding conditioner. Now, this is about an hour later, and it's starting to get a little foggy, but it's not quite as bad as I want it to be. So what are we doing? That's right, step number 4 is to add more food to crash your aquarium. And this is about an hour later. You can look at the difference. Left is a cycled aquarium, to the right is fairly cloudy. Now, this is actually later in the evening, and you can see that it's starting to get cloudy. It's a little hazy, and what's interesting is if you look up top, there are bubbles all over this tank. No, there is no soap in here. If you have an ammonia spike, you're gonna see bubbles like this at the top of your aquarium. So let's go ahead and test the water. So I pulled out my API master test kit, and we are going to test for ammonia just to see if there is an ammonia spike. It looks like there is, right? Now, this is what the ammonia bottles look like. There are 2 bottles. You start off with bottle 1, you add 8 drops, and then you go to bottle 2 and add 8 drops, and then you give it a good shake. Now, these things do expire, so if you have yours, just check the expiration date because they last several years, but eventually they do expire. Now, the other thing you want to remember is really shake these things up so that they can be effective. Now, once you have your drops in place, you give it a shake, you wait about 30 seconds or so, and you can start to look at it in terms of placing it against the chart. And as you can see, it is now green, right? When we first did the test, before we did anything, it was yellow, meaning 0 ammonia. Now we're at 0.25 parts per million, 0.5 parts per million, maybe even close to 1 parts per million of ammonia. So there's a lot of ammonia. So that huge water change, getting all the gunk out, cleaning our filter, and adding all that food has really done the difference in helping us crash this aquarium. If we look at all the other aquariums, this is what they should look like. They should be clear. They should not be hazy, right? And obviously that's not what this aquarium looks like. Now, that is how you crash an aquarium. Now, how do you bring it back to life once you did crash it? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a filter from a good aquarium. Now, if you don't have another filter, get one from a friend, get one from the fish store, join a fish club, and you'll be able to get one for free or relatively cheap. Now, this is my other filter, sponge filter, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the crashed aquarium, and I'm going to squeeze all the gunk out of here. I mean, look at how delicious that is. Gosh, there is a ton of gunk. I probably haven't washed out this filter sponge in like 3, 4, 5 months. It's been a little bit. And you can see like it's hard to see my hand. Like, that's how thick of muck is in this filter. Like, sponge filters do a great job. And if we compare this tank to the one next to it, you can't even see more than an inch into aquarium. That's how much muck is in here. Now, this is the next day. So this is about 12 hours later. And what we see, it's a little cloudy, but it's starting to clear up. And it's starting to look like an aquarium, right? And so at this phase, we should be good to go. It's still in a fragile state, so you don't want to add a lot of fish at this state. But if you look up top, you can see that all the bubbles that were there yesterday are gone. That means we probably no longer have an ammonia spike. Now, again, it's still in a fragile state. So what I'm going to do here is test for ammonia just to see if we have any ammonia. Again, there's 2 bottles, 8 drops each, where we can test to see if there is any ammonia present, right? Do we still have an issue? And after giving it a good shake and making sure that we've done it properly, it looks like there's not any ammonia in here. Now, I will tell you guys, after a few seconds, there was a little bit of green showing up. So there was still a tiny bit of ammonia, probably between 0 and in the next level, whatever it is. But this thing is looking pretty good, right? For just, the next morning after. And honestly, it's, again, in a fragile state, but this is how you bring it back to life. And how do I know? All these aquariums that you're looking at right now that I'm showing you on the screen, right? All these aquariums were jump-started and cycled using the same method that I just showed you. And within 2 days, I can put fish safely into these aquariums where they're not going to be harmed. And here's Harry, one of the newest additions to the fish room, and a fish that I absolutely love. Well, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys next time.